there was kind of a narrative before the season began, and even kind of dating back to last season, it seemed like as well, that wide receivers didn't want to play here in Baltimore, and Lamar Jackson was a reason why. It was like a narrative out there, and I thought that was crazy. I know a lot of people here thought that was crazy. What were your thoughts when you saw that kind of circulating? Were you just shaking your head? As a wide receiver, what are your thoughts? And how many yards, what kind of numbers do you think you'd put up with Lamar Jackson as your quarterback right now if you're in your prime?
Well, it's not so much just about Lamar being the quarterback. It's who's calling plays and what plays are being called. What are we doing in practice? Like, how are we working through these reads and all the progressions? That is so important, and which is why I think Lamar's development would have been much faster had the offense been what it is today. If Monken was around when Lamar was a rookie, he'd have at least 2 MVPs by now, probably this would be his third, and definitely probably would have had a deeper run in the playoffs by now. And so I'm like, man, I would love to play with a Lamar in this offense for sure. Playing in the other offense, not so much. It ain't got nothing to do with Lamar.
No, but I think that's been the narrative, though. And that's the point of a lot of people we've heard of. Well, who wants to catch balls from Lamar Jackson? Oh, he's not a good pocket passer. He's not a good quarterback to make those throws. We've seen it. It might not look to people, it's unorthodox the way that he does. Maybe he's off balance, but the precision where he puts the ball, it's stupid. I mean, you're watching that as a guy. You're saying, no, this guy can sling it around the field. Absolutely.
And you only get good at doing it by doing it. Mm-hmm. This is the first, but apart from his, which blows my mind, MVP season, that I've seen Lamar be able to just drop back pass, like just drop back. Like we should have been dropping Lamar back in regular passing situations on first down, third down, second, just depending on the circumstance, but definitely some first down drop back passes that open it up, and or whatever. Basically, your playbook is wide open with Lamar, and the drop back pass has to be a pivotal part in what makes this offense extremely unguardable, because he can actually really throw the ball. And so if in the season, the first season, maybe his second year or third year or fourth, wherever, as you're developing him and in drop back passing, is not always going to be awesome. He's going to have to make mistakes. He's going to have to learn from those mistakes. He's going to have to grow in that. And then that's what developing is, and is guiding someone through those mistakes to be great, period. And that's what I feel like Lamar didn't get early, but he's getting now. And I mean, he was fortunate to shine like he did when in his MVP season. And he shined. I mean, he's made so many plays. I mean, even in the 2 years that he got hurt, our record and everything that he's done has been great. And so I'm just glad that he has Mock in there to kind of open it up and allow him to flourish in a whole new way.
It's been fun to watch. I think Baltimore fans realize that, but that's still been the narrative around, media in general, the National Football League. But I mean, I've always wanted. This is the thing. And we'll have a couple more questions. I know I appreciate your time, and hopefully this isn't too bad dealing with Rocco on.
This is great.
But the one thing I always bring up to guys, because it grinds my gears, is when people that are watching it they will say, "Oh well, Lamar can't do this." But then when you listen to players on the defensive side go, "I don't know how to guard him. I don't know how to stop him." Right. I mean, I think isn't the biggest compliment as a player to be your peers saying, "The dude, I don't know when that dude's got the ball, I don't know what to do. He's the best player on the field." I mean, I think people are not listening to the San Francisco 49ers, the second best team, quote unquote, in the NFL. Their defense is saying we had no answer for him at all. I mean, that's got to be the biggest compliment.
By far, to be unguardable. If there's a play to be made, he can make it. Whether that is getting out of the pocket or breaking a tackle, using your legs, or standing in the pocket and throwing a 42-yard dot down the field, or a 22-yard over route to Isaiah Likely that by that much, misses the defender's hand, and Isaiah snags it and goes in for the score. He can beat you in a number of ways. And his legs have been the most elite. And then knowing that the arm talent is there gives him the tremendous upside because you can always develop as a passer. Nobody can just go get elite leg talent.
No.
You just don't go get legs. You ain't gonna go to Amazon and buy Lamar like legs. It don't work like that.
I wish.
So,
Yeah, no, Kevin, we know you wish.
I wish. And I'll take a few. I'm a little short, so if you can maybe donate some of his height to me too, that'd be pretty good. One more point on the Lamar thing is I think the one thing that stands out to me about the whole Lamar discourse of wide receivers don't want to play with Lamar, which is untrue, is when Juju Smith-Schuster was a free agent, he was, I think, the three teams were the Chiefs, the Steelers, and the Ravens. He went on Michael Irvin's podcast, and he was asked about, what about all these teams? And he said, I love Lamar. I'd love to play with Lamar, but the offense is it's not for me. And again, every goal of everybody's different. And John Harbaugh said, I think, look, if you're a wide receiver, you want to come here, you want to win football games, and you want to be a part of a winning team and a good culture. But again, some people just want to catch footballs, targets, and that's what it is. And I know, Mark, it's different for everybody, right? But if you're sitting there as a wide receiver and you're a veteran looking to maybe rebuild your value, let's say, and you go to a place like Baltimore and you get 3 targets a game or 4 targets a game, that's not a place for you to be if you want to rebuild your value on a 1-year deal and maybe secure one more long-term deal before you go. So I think that kind of puts things in perspective where I don't think Lamar was ever the issue. I just think it was circumstance with the way the offense was.